We think of Hinduism as having reincarnation and life after life after life, but there is really an end to that.
How did a great civilization like this hide away from the rest of the world for over 4,000 years? Every day, Hindu followers engage in a ritual at the Ganges River, as a festival dedicated to honoring their gods. But did you know this all started with the lost Indus civilization? Being the cornerstone of Hindu worship, how did this old civilization become so revered and appreciated? How was it discovered? Join us as we delve into the ancient history, the lost city of the Indus civilization. The discovery of the Indus Valley Civilization. India, known as the land of the holy men, was the birthplace of one of the earliest and most remarkable civilizations on Earth. The Indus Valley Civilization. Around 4,500 years ago, the people of this civilization were already engaged in international trade that stretched across vast distances, including connections that may have reached the Pacific Ocean. Their society boasted an advanced economy and a sophisticated political system, complemented by a rich and flourishing culture. Situated in the southwestern part of Asia, India occupies a vast landmass of 3.28 million square kilometers, making it about 15 times larger than the Korean peninsula. This immense size is why India is often referred to as a subcontinent. However, the history of this subcontinent has been far from peaceful. Over the centuries, India has witnessed numerous invasions by various forces, including Alexander the Great, the Mughal Empire, and the British, all of whom left a lasting impact on the region. In the northwestern part of India lies the border with Pakistan, the country that was segregated from India in 1947. When India gained independence from British rule, the subcontinent was divided along religious lines into two separate nations: Hindu-majority India and Muslim-majority Pakistan. This division remains one of the most significant events in modern South Asian history. Now, to explore the origins of the Indus Valley Civilization, one must cross the India-Pakistan border and journey to Harappa, a small train station in Pakistan's Punjab province. At first glance, Harappa Station seems like any other station in the country, but it holds a deep historical significance. Built over 90 years ago, the station is closely tied to the ancient civilization due to its location. In 1910, during British colonial rule, tens of thousands of Indians were enlisted to construct a modern railroad system. The foundation for these tracks was laid using bricks from nearby ruins, which led to an astonishing discovery. The British archaeologists studying these ancient bricks unearthed the ruins of the ancient city of Harappa, revealing a civilization that was largely unknown to the world at the time. In the early 20th century, many scholars believed that the only significant ancient civilizations were those of Greece and Rome. The discovery of Harappa challenged this Eurocentric view. Harappa was not just a city, but a sprawling urban center with an intricate canal system, sophisticated architecture, and a well-organized society. John Marshall, the Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India, played a crucial role in bringing this discovery to light. In 1921, he communicated his findings to European academics, and by 1924, he announced that the Harappan civilization was at least 2,500 years old, placing it alongside other ancient civilizations such as those in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Crete. The excavation of Harappa provided invaluable insights into the lives of the people who lived there. Archaeologists have uncovered remarkable artifacts from the ruins of the Indus Valley Civilization, including pottery, stone tools, beaded necklaces, and even a miniature ox-driven cart. These findings offer us a glimpse into the lives of the people who lived in this ancient society. One of the most significant discoveries, however, was the existence of a unique alphabet system. This script, though still undeciphered, suggests that the people of the Indus Valley were highly advanced, possessing a sophisticated level of communication and record-keeping that indicates a complex and organized society. The civilization was not just advanced in its writing system, it also had a highly developed organizational structure that supported a large and thriving population. The city's economy was complex and well-developed, with trade likely playing a central role. It is fascinating to think that while the Egyptians were building the pyramids, a flourishing city existed in the Indus Valley. where people used their alphabet and engaged in various forms of trade and craftsmanship. How water aided the Indus Valley civilization. The prosperity of the Indus Valley was largely due to the mighty Indus River, which was the lifeblood of the civilization. The river's source is in the Tibetan Himalayas, and it stretches for 2,900 kilometers before emptying into the Arabian Sea. The Indus River was, and still is, a crucial resource, with an annual flow that is double that of the Nile River. Today, the river continues to support millions of people, providing abundant fish and rich, fertile soil due to the silt it deposits. This fertile soil was vital for agriculture, allowing farmers to grow crops even in the semi-arid climate of Pakistan's Punjab province, which remains the country's largest agricultural producer. Given the lack of elaborate road networks in ancient times, the Indus River was also the primary means of transportation. Its shallow waters were ideal for flat-bottomed boats, which were used to ferry goods over long distances. Buyers and sellers would gather at points along the river where these boats docked, leading to the growth of towns and cities along the riverbanks. This pattern of settlement is a common feature of ancient civilizations, which often emerged and thrived along rivers due to the ease of transportation and communication that rivers provided. Approximately 4,500 years ago, or around 2500 BCE, the northwestern region of the Indian subcontinent was dominated by two major rivers, the Indus and the now dry Ganga-Hakra. The city of Harappa was located in the upper region of the Indus River, while Mohenjo-Daro, another major city of the civilization, was situated further downstream. A third significant site, Dholavira, was located near the mouth of the Ganga-Hakra River. These cities were surrounded by approximately 2,000 smaller towns and villages, forming a vast and interconnected urban landscape. Mohenjo-Daro, located 600 kilometers south of Harappa, was the largest settlement of the Indus Valley civilization. The excavated area of Mohenjo-Daro alone covers 2.5 square kilometers, and the city was built with careful planning. The central road, 11 meters wide, was large enough for carts to pass through, and the city was crisscrossed by narrow alleys running between 10-meter-high mud brick walls. This level of urban planning is another indication of the civilization's advanced organizational abilities and in its capacity to support a large and complex society. Experts estimate that the ancient city of Mohenjo-Daro had a population of around 200,000 people. This bustling metropolis was first unearthed in 1922, when Indian archaeologists, alongside an army of 1,200 workers, began the painstaking task of excavating the buried city. What they revealed was a city of remarkable organization, with streets laid out in a precise grid pattern, intersecting at perfect right angles. The city's layout reveals much about the daily life of its inhabitants. The streets and alleys were meticulously arranged, with the front doors of homes opening directly onto these lanes. Inside, each home typically had a large living room and an open courtyard where families would cook and craft various items by hand. The design of these homes not only provided space for daily activities, but also featured practical amenities like wells. Over 700 wells have been discovered in Mohenjo-Daro, ensuring a steady supply of water for the residents. Wastewater from the courtyards would flow into open drains and then into a larger drainage canal, effectively removing it from the city. Mohenjo-Daro trading routes and eventual disappearance. At the National Museum in Delhi, India's capital, visitors can find a fascinating collection of artifacts from the Indus Valley civilization. Among these treasures, many pieces stand out, such as the carnelian necklaces that were once worn by the people of this ancient society. Carnelian, a semi-precious stone, is found primarily in India's Gujarat state. The stone was meticulously ground and polished to achieve a shiny luster, and women of the Indus Valley often adorned themselves with carnelian necklaces, bracelets, and hip ornaments, showcasing the craftsmanship and aesthetic sensibilities of the time. Another significant discovery from the Indus Valley is the collection of over 4,000 seals made of mud or soft talc. These seals are particularly intriguing because they provide valuable insights into the civilization's culture and trade practices. The seals often feature inscriptions or drawings, with common themes including depictions of animals, people, and the mythical unicorn. The unicorn motif in particular appears frequently, suggesting it held some cultural or religious significance. The primary function of these seals was likely to denote ownership, as they were often stamped onto objects and goods. Interestingly, similar seals have been found in the ruins of the Mesopotamian civilization in present-day Iraq. The resemblance between the seals from the Indus Valley and those from Mesopotamia is striking, with identical inscriptions and symbols appearing on both. This suggests a strong connection between the two civilizations, indicating that trade routes existed between them as far back as 4,500 years ago. The presence of similar motifs, such as the humped bull, and the discovery of carnelian beads and steatite vessels in both regions further corroborate the existence of trade between the Indus Valley and Mesopotamia. Archaeological evidence and Mesopotamian literary records confirm that goods were exchanged not only over land, but also via sea routes. As trade volumes grew, sea routes became increasingly important, leading to the establishment of numerous trading cities along these paths. Among them, Mohenjo-Daro emerged as the most prominent city, playing a central role in this ancient trade network. Mohenjo-Daro was, in many ways, the Manhattan of its time. The streets were bustling with activity, filled with goods from distant lands. Laborers worked tirelessly to transport these goods, while merchants negotiated deals in tall, well-constructed buildings. The city was well equipped with infrastructure, including an extensive system of wells that provided drinkable water throughout the city. This made life in Mohenjo-Daro not only prosperous but also comfortable by the standards of the time. However, despite its flourishing state, the city of Mohenjo-Daro suddenly vanished around 1800 BCE. The cause of its downfall remains a mystery, but what is particularly striking is the absence of any signs of war or destruction. No weapons were found among the ruins, and there is no evidence of fire or widespread damage, ruling out the possibility of a violent conflict leading to the city's demise. One plausible explanation for the collapse of Mohenjo-Daro lies in the natural environment. The city, like many others of its time, was situated along a river, which provided vital resources for agriculture, trade, and daily life. However, tectonic shifts can cause rivers to alter their course. If such a shift occurred, it could have led to the gradual abandonment of the city as the river that sustained it moved away, leaving the once fertile land dry and barren. Additionally, the Indian subcontinent experiences distinct seasonal patterns, with monsoon rains bringing much-needed water during certain times of the year. However, these same rains, if excessive or irregular, could also lead to destructive floods. It is possible that a combination of tectonic movements and climate-related disasters, such as floods or changes in monsoon patterns, contributed to the eventual decline of the Indus Valley civilization. Dholavira, the third site of the Indus Valley. In ancient times, there were about 2,000 small towns and villages situated along the Indus River and the now dry Gagahakra River. These communities were the lifeblood of the Indus Valley civilization. While much has been said about well-known cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, there is another important site that deserves attention: Dholavira, located in the lower reaches of the Gagahakra River in what is today Gujarat, India. Gujarat is an extremely dry region, receiving less than 400 millimeters of rainfall annually. Most of the people who live there today make a living as cattle herders, as the arid land offers little for agriculture. Yet despite these harsh conditions, an ancient civilization once flourished in this seemingly inhospitable land. Dholavira is the most recent discovery among the ruins of the Indus Valley civilization, and it offers fascinating insights into how these ancient people adapted to their environment. As you approach the ruins of Dholavira, one of the first things you notice is the structures made from stone masonry. Unlike the brick buildings found in Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, the buildings in Dholavira are made of stone, and many of the dwellings are circular in shape. The city's layout is impressive, with the largest of its 4 gates, the North Gate, standing as a testament to the city's once great stature. Despite centuries of erosion, the outline of the city is still discernible. Dholavira also had a sophisticated sewer system, similar to those found in Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro. Wastewater from the dwellings was channeled through a network of waterways and pipes which carried it outside the city. However, one feature of Dholavira that sets it apart from other Indus Valley sites is its massive stone walls. These walls, which stand 15 meters tall, completely enclose the city, providing protection and perhaps serving as a barrier against the harsh desert winds. Within these walls lies an ancient reservoir, a critical element for survival in this arid region. During the rainy season, the reservoir would collect water, which would then evaporate during the hot days. Evidence of this can still be seen on the bottom of the reservoir today. But why did the people of Dholavira go to such lengths to build reservoirs? After extensive excavations, 17 such reservoirs have been discovered, revealing just how crucial water was to the city's survival. The drying up of the Ghaggar-Hakra River around 1800 BCE led to the eventual downfall of Dholavira, much like other cities that once thrived along the Ghaggar-Hakra Valley. The river, which had given life to these civilizations, ultimately caused their demise. As the river disappeared, it left behind a large marshland, now a paradise for birds, covering an area of about 20,000 square kilometers. The shores where the river once flowed into the Arabian Sea were also transformed. Pools of ocean water accumulated on the flat shores, and under the intense summer heat, these pools evaporated, leaving behind vast salt fields. As the river dried up, so too did the city, leaving behind ruins that today offer a window into a world long past. The remains of the Indus Valley civilization. Today, around 90% of Indians follow Hinduism, a religion deeply intertwined with the reverence for rivers, especially the Ganges. The Ganges is more than just a river to Hindus. It is considered a sacred, almost mythical entity, often referred to as Mother Ganga. This deep reverence is rooted in the belief that the Ganges descended from the heavens, flowing through the locks of the god Shiva. Because of this divine origin, many Hindus believe that the river has the power to cleanse one's soul of impurities. Varanasi, the largest Hindu holy city, sits along the banks of the Ganges in northeastern India. Every day, thousands of pilgrims visit this sacred site to bathe in its waters, seeking spiritual purification. In Hindu tradition, the act of bathing in the Ganges is seen as a way to wash away sins, connecting the bather with the divine. Moreover, many Hindus aspire to have their ashes scattered in the Ganges after death, believing that this will bring them closer to the heavenly realms, ensuring a blessed afterlife. Although the Ganges and the Indus River flow hundreds of miles apart in opposite directions, they share a common historical heritage rooted in the ancient Indus Valley civilization. As the Indus Valley civilization declined, its people gradually resettled along the Ganges, carrying with them their cultural practices and beliefs. Today, rivers like the Ganges are powerful symbols of India's ancient culture and history. They are more than just water sources. They are the lifeblood of the nation's spiritual and cultural identity. The legacy of the Indus Valley civilization, one of the world's earliest urban cultures, remains a source of immense pride for India, reflecting the country's lasting connection to its past. Which of the Indus Valley sites was the most fascinating to you? Share with us in the comments section. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Check out another of our videos for more mind-blowing content. See you there.